So in today's video, we're going to set up an AI automation inside Claude Code that automatically follows up with your leads, sending personalized messages on a scheduled basis until they respond, and then it'll stop once they reply. So before we actually get into anything, I want to create a new folder. In case you haven't touched Claude Code yet, or you haven't seen my other video showing you how to set this up, essentially what we're working in are folders that are actually created physically on our computer. So if you go to the file dropdown and you click open folder, then it'll just take you to your folders, and then you can just click create a new folder, and then it'll automatically get created like so. So now we have a brand new fresh project ready to start. On the left-hand side, we see these little building blocks, this little square. This is where we can add our extensions. Here, if you type in Claude Code, it says Claude Code for VS Code, and then it's Anthropic verified. So we can add that right now. And then you'll just click install, and then it'll walk you through all the steps. It's really simple. Sales follow-up is actually a massive problem. So the studies show that about 80% of people need 5 or more touch points to buy. And most studies believe that the number is actually closer to between 7 and 11. And 44% of people only contact the person once. I'm sure you've gotten those sales calls, those annoying telemarketers, right? However, I'm sure you've had one experience where someone calls you a couple times and they change their angle each time and it sounds very personalized and you're like, all right, what are you talking about? What do you have to offer? And that person got your business, whether it was on the phone, your email, or in person. So our goal for this video is to automate that process. So this is extremely valuable for two different types of people. Number one, companies that are very high ticket, because like a law firm, you send a couple more emails, maybe they're a little bit more personalized, and all of a sudden you win over all the rest of the law firms. And then you have companies like car dealerships or dentists where you have very high volume of customers every single month and you need to constantly keep track with all the leads that are coming in. But the fact that companies are spending so much money on trying to get these leads in the first place is exactly why they'll be willing to pay us so much to fix their problem. So now we're going to completely solve that problem on autopilot. Real quick overview here of the chat bar, but we're going to send this to plan mode now, and it's going to ask me a bunch of questions to prepare to make sure it has all the knowledge it needs before we can actually start. So now I'm just going to paste in my prompt. I want to build an automated lead follow-up system. Here's how it should work. Reads leads from Google Sheet, checks which leads haven't responded in 3+ days, generate a personalized follow-up email for each one using their name and company, send the email via Gmail. Then it's going to update the Google Sheet to log that the follow-up is actually sent. And then if they still haven't responded after 3 follow-ups, we're going to mark them as dead automatically and then stop following up the moment they reply. And then I just said, help me plan this out and tell me what API keys and tools I'll need. So it's a little bit different from something like N8N, where it's not all on you to try to figure things out and use Claude and go back and forth. This is literally just all in one place. We send a message, we say, hey, can we do this? And now it's going to ask me for my API keys and happy days. So now you can see it's asking me, allow this bash command. Yes. I just keep clicking yes. Again, if I don't want this, if I want to turn this off, I can just tell it to automatically do things. I'm just going to keep answering yes and let it do its thing. This is a simple enough prompt. It doesn't really need to ask me any crazy questions. So it should just begin implementing, which we can see that it's doing. Now I'm just going to switch this to edit automatically. And while this is running, I want to emphasize, you wouldn't believe how much these companies are spending to get leads in the door and how little emphasis there is on actually closing the door on the other side to make sure they can't leave the room. It's like they're opening the door, they're getting people in, and they're not closing the door and talking to them and forcing them to have a conversation with them. As crazy as that sounds. When you walk into a conversation with these business owners and say, look, I can build a system that automatically follows up with every lead on autopilot, they don't need to know the specifics of how it works or the automations or how you built it. The only thing they care about is the fact they're spending so much money on getting these leads, and they're not anywhere near maximizing the chance to actually close those leads for appointments. And they damn well don't have a follow-up system in place. That's where people like me get paid to come in and solve that issue. And then you ask yourself, how much is that worth to a business? And that's how we sell them $5,000 to $10,000 solutions plus a monthly recurring fee, because I can solve that problem not just now, I can set up the entire infrastructure, and then we can make sure that it's running efficiently like a well-oiled machine every single month. Okay, so it says it needs my Anthropic API key, my Google Cloud project, 1 project, 2 APIs, Google Service account for Sheets, and my Gmail OAuth. So we're going to set up the credentials here in a moment, but take a look at this. This is the schema that it automatically came up with. So name, company, email, contact date, the follow-up count. So we're going to automatically be tracking how many times we're following up, email thread, and it even gives us the links to go to find these API keys. So now we'll go to the Google Cloud console and we'll create new project. So if you don't see that, just go to the top left-hand corner and click create new project. Project name is going to be AIO SDR. And we're going to create. So now we're in the project. You're going to see this search bar up here. So what we need to do is we need to give Claude the access to do things in our Google Drive, Gmail, Google Sheets, right? So the first thing that we're going to look up is Google Sheets API. And then we want to click on enable. And then same thing here. We're going to go to Google Drive. So just type in Google Drive in that same search bar. Google Drive API, click on that. Now we're going to go over here to the left where it says credentials, and this is in APIs and services. If you ever want to get back here, you just click on these 3 lines and then go to API and services and then credentials. And now we're going to create a new credential. So click here, create credential. And in this case, we're enabling server to server. So it would be service account. We're going to call this AIO service. Okay, now we're going to select the role. The role is going to be editor, continue. Then click done. Now let's click into the service account and then we're going to configure our app. So this is just going to be AIO SDA. So all over the place, you're going to see configure OAuth. Just click on that, click on external and finish. Now, once that's done, you want to go over here to the left and click on audience. And this is where we're going to be able to add test users. We're adding ourselves as a test user. Otherwise, it won't work. You won't have access. You won't be able to use it or test it. So just add your email and ideally whichever email is associated with your Claude account. So you need to do this OAuth for Gmail, and then the service account that we connected was just for Claude to have access to Google Sheets. Let's go back to APIs and services. Remember, to get here, you just click on these 3 lines and then go to APIs and services down here. And then we're going to go to credentials, click on service account, and then go over to keys, click on add key, create new key. And we want JSON. For any project where we're integrating Google Sheets, Gmail, or anything like that, we're going to end up having to do this anyways. So it's good that you know how to do this. Now I'm going to click on these 3 dots and we're going to go down to APIs and services, then go to credentials. Now we just need to create the credential for Gmail. So click OAuth client ID here in credentials. Application type is going to be a desktop app. And we're going to call this AIO Gmail. Click create. Now we're going to see this little thing, download JSON. Click on download JSON. Okay, so now we have the JSON for both the sheets from the service account, and then we have the Gmail JSON. So we're going to upload these. These are just going to allow the credentials to pass through to Claude so that we don't have to do anything. It can just do everything for us. And now it tells us exactly what to go and label those JSON files. So it can actually go and create a folder for us for it to go access. So I'm just going to copy these and change the file names. And as you can see here, I said, where's my credentials folder? Because it was supposed to create it for me, but it didn't. And then I said, okay, yes, I have them. And now it's going and grabbing the credentials from the folder and then continuing with the rest of the API keys that I provided. Okay, we're going and grabbing the API keys, the credentials that it needs, because we don't want to do any of the work. So we're just giving it what it needs, the credentials, which if you think about this in comparison with like something like AnyDen's a bit more hands-on. And yes, we can use that for different use cases because there are still times where you might need to use that. But right here in Claude Code, we can just go grab the credentials, give it to them and say, okay, here you go. Here's the keys. Like you can go in there, take care of what you need to, just call me when you're done. That's it. Now it's coming back with update your Gmail address. It's telling me to do all this stuff, but I don't want to do this. This is Claude Code. So I'm going to say, do it for me. Okay, so it's insisting it can create the sheet. Apparently it can't do that for us. So let's just go and create the sheet for it. Now we have all these columns. So we have name, company, email, last contact date, follow-up count, Gmail thread ID, and then notes. So if we go back to Claude, here it actually tells us where to share this to. So we're going to go back to that Google Sheet, and then we're just going to share this sheet with the service email that it used after creating that credential. So, okay, so click send, and just remember to give editor permissions so that it actually can make changes. Okay, so now it connected to the sheet successfully. Now it just popped up with something that's allowing us to now be a tester on that app that we just created that we got credentials for. So click continue. Select all, and now it says the authentication flow is completed. You may close this window. So we'll go back to Claude Code. And that's really weird. The Gmail API didn't save. That's really weird. It actually sent me the link directly to this page to enable it. Okay, so now that we filled the credentials, it said that it completed, and it did. So it just completed the test. It gives us the name, company, email, just sending it to myself, and then the Gmail thread. I asked it to create a fake lead named John Smith to follow up on a roofing quote that we gave him. On this row, we have the Smith residence, John Smith. The notes, this would come in from your CRM or wherever we're collecting leads from, right? We can set up an integration so that if a lead form is filled out on Facebook, then it automatically gets sent here with their information, and then we send them an email following up, right? So in this case, we have information about the quote. So filled out quote form on website, needs full roof replacement, 2,400 square feet, asphalt shingles. We sent a quote for $14,000 on March 5th. No response yet. So let's take a look at the email that it generated. Hi, John. Just want to check on the quote we sent over for 2,400 square feet, roof replacement. I know $14,000 is a decent investment, so I figured you might have some questions or wanted to walk through anything. Feel free to give me a call or shoot me a message if you want to chat through it. That's honestly a fantastic message for follow-up because it's acknowledging that price is probably going to be an issue for most people. And notice how you kind of downplayed it, like decent investment. And I didn't prompt to do anything. That's all Claude Code. This is extremely impressive. Feel free to give me a call or shoot me a message if you want to chat through it. Super low investment, casual. If I want to make any changes or integrations, all I have to do is ask Claude Code. Say you're using HubSpot or Go High Level. No matter what you're using, we can just ask Claude Code, what's the best way to integrate these platforms? And it'll give us the answer. But what it won't always give us the answer to is how to actually turn this into money. So if you guys want to learn more about that, then join my community AI operators where we teach you exactly how to go get your first clients by implementing these AI systems and selling them to businesses, and not only getting paid once, but on recurring commission. I'm about to explain why. There's a concept called speed to lead in sales, where if someone calls, you need to call them immediately. You need to be right on it, call them, close that gap. Very simply put, someone's interest in a sales cycle is on a decreasing linear relationship. As soon as they fill out the form, they're at the highest point of interest. They're at the very beginning. You know, you're scrolling, you're calling, they fill out a lead form, they're interested, they call your business, they're interested. So the first and best thing you can do is pick up the phone and call them. Pick up the phone, call them back. If a lead comes in through your email, pick up the phone and call them, text them. Make sure we get that first contact. But the issue is if you go a couple days without contacting them, well, of course, they just go cold. I'm sure all of us have gotten an email or a call a day or a couple days after filling out a form, right? Like we go on to get our house cleaned or to get some work done, you know, roof replacement, something like that. You call them, you text them, and they get back to you maybe in a few hours or later that day or the next day. Maybe you'll get a call from somebody. But having a personalized email is very rare, at least right now, right? Having an immediate personalized email. Hey, thanks so much for filling out that form. It looks like you need this, this, and this done. Let me know when we want to have a conversation. When are you free to talk? Can I call you? Something to close that gap and push closer to the sale. And I'm not going to get too far into the weeds with the whole sales process and everything. If you want to learn more about building and selling these automations to businesses and also automating just more of your life and more of your daily tasks to protect your most valuable asset, which is your time, definitely check out my community AI operators. I'll have it linked down in the description as well as my link to book a call. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.